So the next thing you are going to do with your pewter piece is, I have this baking soda, and it's just a mixture of baking soda and water. Make sure you stir it up just a little bit. This will be over on the countertop, and you don't need a lot. I would say just something about like this, and rub it on your pewter piece, and use your sponge that I gave you and kind of polish the surface. And you're just gonna be like rubbing it with the sponge and your finger and trying to get everywhere you can. You're gonna leave that sit for 20 minutes, and then you'll run it under water and just make sure you get off the baking soda everywhere, and it should be polished well for you. The next thing you're going to do is to be able to attach this to a necklace. So if I were to just string a loop through there and put it on a necklace, or string a chain on there, the necklace is gonna keep wanting to flip. But if you have a wire loop, it will stay flush and hang against your skin, okay? So this, all I did was, this is a thicker piece of wire, and I basically bent up the two sides, okay, and I pulled the other one close so they were at a perpendicular angle. Okay, so it kind of looks like that. Once you have that, it's nice to be able to use these tools as well. This is a round nose plier. I'll show you what that does in a second. And this is a side cutter, and it's good for cutting jewelry close, or wire close. So once I have that loop made, I am going to coil, that's what it's called, the wire around the piece that is pointing straight up. Sometimes it's cool if you do a messy wire, or also doing, you know, one that's right on top of one another, that's fine. And you can do more rows if you want. I'm gonna keep it like that. So I'm just gonna snip it. So this is galvanized wire. I liked the look of it, but it is definitely harder to cut. Okay, so now that I have that wire loop on there, I'm actually going to make my loop now. That will attach to my necklace or my keychain or whatever. So if you use these round nose pliers, this is really hard to do it standing up and holding this piece, but you're going to be moving kind of the pliers around, and you can see this is kind of a larger hole there. I could have held it here to make it a tighter loop. You can go around multiple times if you want it to have like that aesthetic. Okay, so it has like a double loop there. Once I have it to where I want, so if I want 2 loops or 1 loop or whatnot, I am going to do kind of how I just did. I'm going to coil it. So this wire is a bit harder to work with. Like I said, this is galvanized wire. So it's a bit tougher, but I like the way that it looked with the pewter. Do one more wrapping. So this, now I have this kind of messy wire up here. It's not like perfectly laid over the top of another, so I'm going to go with it. Trying to just squeeze them together a little bit. Okay. Now that I have that, I feel like I am good to go. Maybe do one more wire wrapping down right near the base. and I can finesse this and make it fit up there better, but pull that back around. Once I get it to where I want, then I'm gonna cut it really close. So I'm gonna cut that in a moment. And then now I can put a necklace piece or a keychain or something through this loop to turn it into a wearable piece, or a functional piece, I should say. All right, good luck, guys.